It's all a lot of simple tricks and nonsense.
Hello, and welcome back to another rousing adventure into Ava Minds on Simple Tricks and Nonsense. I'm Matt Kearns, and that is Abe Flores. And we have no fucking clue what we're going to talk about.
Are we finally gonna talk about the elephant in the room?
Sure.
What happened with Chris Doman?
Jesus Christ. He left this channel on his own accord. That's what happened.
Nice. We can move on.
There you go. That's what happened. That is genuinely what happened. What he did after that, it's actually fairly well documented. There's a whole channel. Although you can't find their last couple of uploads anymore. Unless you watched them and didn't remove them or your watch history, then you have access to them.
Thankfully, we're dedicated to art in this channel.
We are. We're dedicated to all types of art.
You want to see what my dad bought me?
Sure.
It's a bottle.
I see a box
of
whiskey. Yeah. Did that fall off the back of the truck?
No, my dad actually bought it for me.
I'm sorry, it's just like a Sopranos thing, so it's just like, hey, Abe, I bought this for you. Don't worry, it didn't fall off the back of the truck. No, I went to
No. I went to buy it with his card at Walmart.
Wait, time out here. Was that a joke, or did your father not actually buy and gift this to you, or did you just take his credit card and buy it for yourself?
Oh no, it wasn't a joke. Like, he told me, "Oh, go ahead and go buy it."
Oh, okay. So you bought it, but it is from him. Okay, I thought you were saying like, "Oh, this is from my dad because I bought his fucking credit card."
No. It's a blue label.
I don't buy shit with my dad's credit card anymore. I don't even have my parents' credit card. I have my own credit card.
And we can take out the bottle.
Oh shit! Abe's just gonna get fucking wasted tonight.
Not really, dude, because I don't know how to drink this. I drank fucking Jack Daniels before, but I have never drank like whiskey.
You put it in a fucking glass and you transport it to your mouth. I know, and the liquid goes into your body.
But what I mean is, like, like the moment is it like just get home, drink a little bit, get wasted with this,
I mean,
like, at what time do
I feel like whiskey consume? Like that is probably whiskey you share with someone. Maybe do you smoke cigars at all? That seems like the type of whiskey you would drink and smoke cigars with.
Yeah. That's what everybody has been telling me. That I need to get a cigar.
Do you smoke cigars at all?
No, I never smoked in my life.
It's nice, actually. Me and my brother smoke cigars together, and I quite enjoy it.
Where do I get them from? Like 7-Eleven or something?
I wouldn't suggest that. I'm assuming there's probably a tobacco store, cigar place near you. Go there.
Maybe.
Probably gonna. My brother's here this weekend, but I would assume the next time we're probably gonna smoke is Christmas. Well, probably. Last year, me and my brother-in-law went out and smoked a few ciggies, we actually did drink some whiskey. My dad brought out the really good stuff. Fucking burnt my throat. Because I only drink Jameson, and I take like a shot of it. I'm not a real liquor person. Like, I like smoking cigars, but I'm not a liquor person.
Dude, I barely drink. I barely kind of.
Yeah, me too. I don't like it.
Yeah. Like, I had my first real drink at 25, 26.
Yeah. Dude, I'll never forget.
I have no idea. But I'm a tequila guy. I'm definitely a tequila guy.
I'll never forget being at my cousin's wedding. After the wedding, everyone went down to the hotel basement that we were all staying at for like a little after party thing. And my uncle comes up to me with a red Solo cup that's not filled all the way. And I'm like, what is this? And he goes, God's liquor. And he just walked away. Didn't tell me it was Jameson. So I sipped it. You don't sip fucking Jameson. You take a shot of it. So I fucking burnt like my throat, and not in the good way like that Jameson is supposed to, like in the you took a fucking sip of something that you're not supposed to sip. And I was like, you could have just told me it was fucking Jameson. Like, and I would have known what to do with it, Uncle. God damn it. Oh boy. But yeah, I'm not a drinker, honestly. Also, partially part of it is also like, one, I just don't enjoy it. But two, it's also working at a bar
Is
restaurant.
Jameson kind of fun?
And you see the fucking people get. I just go. I've always said this is funny. I was talking with one of the people I work with. I was telling her, I was like I never want to be that guy that everyone is looking at in a bar and is like, look at this drunk asshole. Like, I never want to be that. That's also why I don't drink. But what were you saying, Abe?
That's my dream. That's my dream.
To be that drunk asshole. That's
As an attention whore, I want all the attention.
That's a really achievable dream. Go to any local bar and just keep drinking until you're really, really wasted.
Just sit down and just drink.
What?
Just sit down and drink.
Yeah, you just sit at the bar and you just keep drinking. And
Wow.
very easily become that guy.
Kind of a Mexican stereotype. Do you want me to be laying outside in a cactus?
It's not Mexican. You asked me how do you become the drunk asshole in the bar that everyone looks at as, look at that drunk asshole.
Bro, if you have problems with my race, you can tell me, bro. This is an open forum. You're free to say whatever
no
you
problems
want.
with your race. I have no problem with any racist.
You do.
I'm racist against the racists.
No, why you treat me that way? You always treat me with a
what are you talking about? Wait,
fashion.
Are you trying to say something about the Irish? Do you think I should know everything about getting drunk because I'm Irish? That's fucked up, man. That's real messed up.
Except that I have racist stereotypes still set up. Why do you think I'm wearing green today? Because I was like, I'm gonna.
I'm actually, funnily enough, I'm wearing a Jameson shirt. You can't really see it. It's a Jameson orange shirt. It's funny. I just realized that while we were talking. I got a ton
That's
of
just
shit
a
like
J,
that.
dude. That's just a J.
It's a Jameson orange shirt.
That's just a J.
It's a orange. Fuck you, Abe. So I was watching the first Avengers before I got on here. It was on TV.
Have you watched one?
Still a good movie.
Went to watch one on Monday.
What? Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Well, Matthew's leaving. There was ¿cuál es el mejor whisky del mundo? Ahora el mundo.
Sorry about that. I finally fucking unplugged that stupid freaking water filter thing. Oh, Lord almighty. Finally. It was driving me crazy. Now I don't have to hear it anymore. I don't know what's
Matthew Kearns does not like.
No, it's just been my brother moved out and just left the fish tank plugged in. There's no fish in there. There are no fish that are going to be in there. So I finally cracked and just unplugged it.
Wow.
With We keep getting a viewer and then losing a viewer. I think it's your fault. You're very standoffish. I think people come on and they see me having fun, and then they just look at you and they're like, "This guy doesn't seem like he can have fun. Let's leave." You're not.
What do you want me to respond? You're right.
Oh no,
You're
I'm just
right.
giving you shit because I don't know what to talk about. Oh my god. Oh yeah, I was saying the first Avengers movie I was watching before I got on here, still really freaking good.
Oh yeah, I watched a movie a couple months ago. Really good too.
Yeah,
I
want to
agree with you.
watch
I love
now.
that movie.
It
It's one of
made
my
me want
favorite
to
movies
watch
of all
Age of
time.
Ultron again, which I haven't seen in a while.
I watched I watched Killing a Sacred Deer last night.
Killing a Sacred Deer.
I watched Yes, it has Nicole Kidman and Colin Farrell. It's
Okay, what was
a
it about?
psychological thriller.
About killing a deer?
It's about this no. It's about this family, doctor
Uh-huh.
that
Yeah.
that his patient died and he becomes how you call it, entangled, to say the
Mm-hmm.
least, with the kid of the patient that died. And there's a
Okay.
couple, and their kids start like falling ill,
Okay.
and the story goes on. I don't want to spoil it to you.
Okay.
It's not a
Nice.
horror movie, but it's kind of like
Yeah, it's a thriller. Yeah.
chilling at parts. Really interesting. Yeah, it's a thriller. Yeah, it's a
Nice. Yeah,
Nicole
what
Kidman is really good in it. The kids are really good actors too.
Yeah, Nicole Kidman, she's one
It's
of those
directed by Yorgos Lanthimos.
she's pretty good in everything. At any point does she say, "We come to this place"? Oh man, that AMC ad.
I
It
don't
can
think
never
we
go
appreciate
away.
Nicole Kidman for how great of an actress she is.
No, she
We take
really
her
is.
for
She's
granted. She's a
fantastic.
great actress.
She is. I agree.
I was
She's
watching The
fantastic.
Others a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Telling you the performance. My
Yeah, she's
favorite
great
is
in.
Moulin Rouge because Satine.
Yeah, because she's a fucking hooker. Of course, that's your favorite. This one when she fucks
She's not a
guys for
hooker.
money. She's a burlesque dancer.
Exactly. A little respect
You're
to
like,
the French.
because this is the Nicole Kidman character and had the best chance with. That's why he plays the best.
What is
Of
it?
course, you'd have to hire her.
What else is she on?
I watched Eyes Wide Shut a couple months ago. She's good.
Why are you call me a pervert and now you come here and tell me watch the movie?
What you told me? What I literally just saying what she was in. That movie though,
I know.
sucks. I'm sorry. I didn't like it at all.
She's in Aquaman. Watch her in The Northman.
Yeah,
She voiced somebody in Happy Feet.
Nice. She's in the.
She's in Just Go With It.
Just go with it. Okay. Yeah. She. Oh yeah.
I need to watch more of her films.
She and Jennifer Aniston have a belly dance off. It's one of the greatest things put to cinema.
But she's no. She's third billing. I don't remember her in that movie, dude. Honestly, what the fuck is she doing in an Adam Sandler movie?
I don't know. I guess she must be friends with him, or maybe it's Andis. Yeah, well, she's third billing because the movie is Sandler and Aniston. She's someone that I guess they know, but they meet on the trip. I saw the movie for like a really long time ago, and I've watched scenes of it, but I haven't watched the entirety of it in a long time.
So it's just like a big cameo to see.
I think she's again. I only remember the one scene she was in. She might be in more of the movie, but my memory can only let me remember her and Jennifer Aniston having a belly
where you
dance
take out
off.
the clip and play it for us on YouTube so the video gets taken down.
You want me to play it? Actually, the video doesn't need to get taken down because after the fact, we can edit it out. Like the Hugh Grant moment when we watched on the Graham Norton show. Our video got blocked, and then I had to edit that moment out. So, yeah. I mean, I'll send you that clip. I don't give a shit. But yeah. What else is she good in? She's done a lot of things.
I watched. I don't know, but now that I see something, there's this movie called To Die For, where she plays Susan Stone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's put this in. Oh, it's directed by Gus Van Sant. Let's put this on my watch list.
Okay, Gus Van Sant, that man directed one of my favorite movies, Good Will Hunting. He's also the guy who did
Psycho remake.
Yeah, he did the shot-for-shot Psycho remake.
Exactly.
How do you think the pitch went for that? Like, how do you think the pitch went for that? To where they're like, so Psycho, yeah, we're gonna remake it, but we're not gonna change anything. We're just gonna do a shot-for-shot remake of it. Like, okay,
have you watched it?
Why? No, I've never seen the original Psycho, so why would I see the shot-for-shot remake?
Why?
What do you mean, why? Why have I never seen Psycho? I don't know. I just never got around to it. I don't know.
What's your favorite Alfred Hitchcock film? I haven't watched a lot of them. I'm probably 5, 6.
Honestly, I think the only one I've really seen is Rear Window. Watched it in college. That was a good one. You must do it. That man is murdering his wife. I know because I was looking at all that with my camera. Jerked off.
I think my favorite Alfred Hitchcock film is the Simpson episode where they rip off they parody.
If we're doing that, then my favorite is the episode Psych when they rip off Hitchcock. You've never seen a Hitchcock movie, I'm assuming, then.
No, yeah, I have watched Rebecca.
Okay, just the way you set that up, I thought it was like, my favorite Hitchcock movie is.
Oh no, yeah, I watched like 4 or 5. I watched Rear Window, Rebecca, Psycho, and there's another one that I forget. Is it Strangers? No, I don't know. I have to check.
Michael, yeah, Psycho is one of those like.
I watched the one movie they made about him called Hitchcock, where Anthony Hopkins and has Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, played Hitchcock.
Oh, that and for Murder, which is pretty fucking great.
Nice.
Those 4. Rebecca.
That just kind of
Vertigo. I have watched Vertigo, which is fucking.
What do you call it? It brings up a question about another famous movie. Have you seen Citizen Kane? If so, what are your thoughts on it?
On Citizen Kane?
Yeah. Like, do you consider the greatest film of all time? Because I watched it and I was like, it's good, and I can totally respect what it did at its time, but like, I don't know if I can call it the greatest film. It's not a bad movie.
You can see how a history like it's really fucking great made, and it's beautifully directed. I haven't watched it in a while, dude. I think I honestly only watched it once. But I remember
I watched it once in high school. Watched it once in high school because everyone is like, "Oh, it's the greatest film ever made," and I was like, "Okay." Well,
it's because James Ralph. I feel like movies, like especially as they get older, it's hard for us to appreciate it. Like, like there's a context of a film and how it
funny. I was listening to a stream from Star Wars Theory and Mahler today. It's funny. Mahler was talking about Mueller or Star Wars here. I can't remember who brought it up. Is he talking about John Carter? No, it wasn't that. It was another video I was watching. A guy was reviewing, and he brought up John Carter of Mars, that movie from like I think 2010, 2011. And that John Carter of Mars is a book series that's like super influential to sci-fi. Super influential, but the movie like didn't do well because people were like, "What the fuck? This is like a fucking Star Wars like Avatar ripoff," and it's like, no, technically they're inspired. It's just one of those things to where it's like the thing that inspired everything. Once it starts to get older and the things that inspired start to get more popular, if you go backwards, you can't really. It's like Lethal Weapon. Like the original Lethal Weapon, it like broke the mold on. It created the mold for what buddy cop movies are. Like it has, but if you show someone who has seen, the 21 Jump Street movies and Men in Black and all these other, buddy cop films that followed, and you go back to the original Lethal Weapon, you're just like, this is so boring. It has all the, oh, this is your new partner, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, but in 1987, that was the first time anyone ever did that stuff. But again, it's one of those things to where it's like, you can't blame the audience because it's like I've never seen the John Carter movie. I never read the John Carter books, but I'm sure if I watched it, I would be like, yeah, I'm feeling Star Wars here. Like you can't blame people. It's not my fault. Star Wars was far more like important than John Carter by the time I was growing up. That's not my fault.
Whatever puts the thing on the public eye is what gets dibs on the main,
and the public eye shifts. They're like the public eye shifts all the time.
I know, but what like Star Wars puts this space opera like on the famous scale, right?
Mm-hmm.
So every film that comes after it, like the Dune from David Lynch and stuff like that, it's like, oh, it's like Star Wars. No, but in reality, Star Wars is like the Dune books.
Oh,
and like there's this movie, Luc Besson,
from 1980. It's like that.
Yeah.
So we're like, oh, this is just
so
like
you
Star
get
Wars.
like
Flash Gordon inspired this. Like, you can't blame. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to say. Yeah, it's just it's one of those things.
I think Citizen Kane has a thing about like going back to. I think there's 3 films that have changed the history of film in a way. On the way how stories are told, not in a technical level. But I think it's Citizen Kane 1. I think it's The Godfather. And I honestly think it's Pulp Fiction. Because that one was like the best big like in the film in the 90s. Which we still see like that. So, and they have an influence, like those creative small people projects that have big actors on it.
I still
they change the industry for
Star Wars into that list.
And you watch movies. Dude, you watch movies from 1969, 1970. Now you can still see some gas of those fucking theater productions that were just recorded. Pretty great.
There's like West Side Story. The original West Side
Story. Like
Story.
after The Godfather, like
West Side Story.
72, 70.
So I saw West Side Story, the Spielberg one first. That was the first one. Like I knew of the play and the story. Like I knew it was like a modernized like update of the Romeo and Juliet story. And I love the new West Side Story. It might be my favorite movie musical. I think it's a spectacular film. But then my mom lives the original, so I was like, okay. So I rented it and we watched it together. I think it's great. I think the new one's better. I think it's a better movie. I think it tells its story better. But at the time, not at the time, but I recognized, I was like, oh, it's almost shot and staged like it's a Broadway musical that's being filmed. Like it just feel like the way some of the sets are designed is very much like it could almost be a stage. Which is cool, but you're right. Yeah, Godfather completely changed all that to where it's like, Well, what we took the sensibilities of like a play, but we actually shot it and staged it like a movie.
I mean, it comes for the performance because what changes in the 50s, 60s films is like the performance. It's a method of
Mhm.
acting. Like there were tense and on the way Marlon Brando acted. You know, people didn't like it because he was a method actor.
Mhm.
Oh, what they call what's it like the Stanislavski method, something like that, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
And there's the classical British way that you see, like the Laurence Olivier, the Peter O'Toole. I think he was
Yeah.
British too.
Yeah.
Like perform like yeah, like it's just different methods and actors, and like honestly, the method acting it just it feels real. That's why they added like doesn't feel staged anymore. It feels real.
Well, method
And
acting
you
is
know,
a
funny enough, I think we talk.
funny thing, really, when you look at it. Method acting's
I know,
funny.
I know. I mean, at the end, it's not a performance. Like
Well, because there is some method acting, like Daniel Day Lewis. There is some method acting, like for all his roles, but like Lincoln, to where it's like, to really get into those types of characters, he really needs to go method. And then there are other ones to where it's like, the hell are you doing? Like all the stories of Eric Stoltz on Back to the Future, to where he was like, everyone has to call me Marty, like, and all this shit. It's like, dude, you're in a sci-fi comedy. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Or to where it's like, what are you doing? And or what is it, Man on the Moon, Jim Carrey, which like so many people who knew Andy Kaufman are like, Andy Kaufman wasn't a dick. What are you doing, Jim Carrey? Don't use that as an excuse. Andy wasn't a dick. That's a crazy. The fact they made a whole documentary about that, like, I haven't seen Man on the Moon,
I
but
watched Man
like,
on the Moon.
no, I've never seen it, but I've seen a ton of behind the scenes stuff and like reviews in the movie and stuff. I'm just like, Jesus, like I haven't seen it. It's probably a
That
great
movie's
movie.
fucking sad.
I didn't
It's
grow up
sad.
with Andy Kaufman. Like I watched Taxi here and there, but I wasn't like I didn't grow up, so like I like Jim Carrey, but like I don't feel like I am in rushing to watch a movie about a guy's life that like I don't really give a shit about. Like if they made a Robin Williams movie, I would watch that because Robin Williams was a big part of my life growing up. Like I'm sure for a lot of people, Andy Kaufman was a part of their lives, but
Are you a Milos Forman fan?
yeah. Oh,
Are you a
am
Milos
I?
Forman fan?
What has he
Yeah.
done
Do you
aside from
like
Man
his
on the Moon?
film?
What has
One
he
Flew
done?
Over the
I got
Cuckoo's Nest,
Yes,
Amadeus.
I'm a fan of that film. I've not seen
Well,
Amadeus.
just for him, watch it. He
Okay,
directs the shit out of the film.
just for him, I'll watch it. I'll watch it and I'll watch it and I will say I'm watching this for you, man who
The
died in
People versus
2018.
Larry Flint,
Yeah,
which is really fun.
yeah. Is it? Is it good?
The People versus Larry Flint, yes, it's a
Yeah,
great movie.
I'm just
Ragtime, which I have not watched.
the other. Wait, what? He directed The Other Woman.
Yeah,
Isn't that
no.
movie with
Right.
No, that's a different movie I'm thinking of. I was thinking of that movie with Kate Upton and Leslie Mann and Cameron Diaz. But that's because I'm like, he fucking directed that. But no. Okay. Yeah, I mean I love One Flew Over Cuckoo's Nest. The movie's fantastic.
I'm telling you,
That's a great movie.
I'm telling you. What you
Okay.
use for my boy
I'll watch
Milos, who passed
Amadeus.
away recently.
I
I watched Amadeus
say
before. I love that
I
film.
wouldn't say 2018 is recent.
Well, he died 5 years, dude. What were you doing 5 years ago?
This channel, the year after this channel started.
That's really sad.
We were probably wait.
Uh,
I'm sure he died in April. There's probably a stream we were doing the day he died, and we didn't talk about him.
I don't know.
I don't know.
We were probably doing a Shimono reaction for
Probably.
Stacey
This
Tower
woman
versus
died, and we
Sam
were
Levine.
sitting there going, "Oh my god, I don't know what baby carrots could do against the outlaw." Oh man. I came across, I don't know how it popped up. I was looking for something and I came across like an old like post I did for a Q&A. And literally all the questions were like, so when do I get a match? When do I? And I literally comment, I'm like, don't ask me about your matches. I have no answers for you. Because remember when we used to do trivia on this channel?
Oh yeah, do you wanna? I have questions for you. I have a movie trivia question for you.
I have questions.
In the original 1927 film Bulakashada, from Russia,
Yes.
the woman orders on a specific French plate. What's the name of the plate?
Escargot?
No, dude, you're wrong. It's pizza.
Well, Abe, I have a question for you. In the
What?
1914 Oscar-nominated film from Yugoslavia, the main character Runk Palada goes to Africa in order to save what tribe from an illness?
There's some factual evidence wrong on your questions. It cannot be an Oscar-nominated film since the Oscars started in 1920.
It was based on the film that inspired the Academy to for.
No, 1928. Sorry. 1928.
It took them a couple of years to get together, but you know. By the way, you're stalling. I'm still waiting for an answer.
Oh, the Tiki Tiki.
No, I'm sorry. It's the Greg the Tiger. Let's go back.
Hmm.
I've killed Greg the Tiger.
Do you want it?
What?
The movie?
I'm not fucking good at
I
movies.
saw
never.
Brian Davids.
What do you think that guy's doing right now? Like, what do you think he's doing? Remember
I don't know.
took over the Rundown's
I
Twitter
saw.
account and was going to expose the Schmodown and then didn't expose anything. Oh my god. He's like Andy Signore on his YouTube channel where he has tons of videos exposing like Christian Harloff and John Rogan and all this stuff. And it's like you watch the videos and it's like he doesn't say anything really, like at all. The Christian Harloff one is like I watched it and he says like nothing like of any value whatsoever. He doesn't expose shit. Like the only one is like the Roxy one had like one
the only
interesting
thing
moment,
Andy
but
Signore
that was
exposes
kind
is
of it.
himself.
Yeah, he exposes. Yeah, which I'm very prone to do. Oh man, that guy celebrates the fact that he won a court case against a fledgling company that didn't have any connection to the channel he created. It's amazing he won. Watch him now find this stream and come after us. We're going to be on the next video. He's going to expose Take 3 Productions. But it's just going to be him like watching
So
reaction.
this guy, you know,
it's just going to be him watching a
Australian guy
reaction and being
named-
like, I think they're lying about this moment. They laughed at a joke that wasn't funny. It's like, you're probably fucking right. Oh my God. Ah, man. Reactions, man. How I hated them. I really did. You want here's an exposure for all of you watching. I fucking hated doing the Schmodown reactions. Why did I do them? Because as Buzz Lightyear once said, I am a sad, pathetic man. That's why. But no, the fucking bullshit performance, the like, particularly for matches that I didn't give a shit about, that was even when it was harder. Like, to be like, here are two new people. Okay. I don't give a fuck. about this at all. What's funny is Abe has left because I can hear. Oh, now his camera's off. That's funny. All right. Yeah. So there's your exposure. I don't like doing reactions. It's why I don't do trailer reactions on this channel or literally anything like that. Because once again, I did them. I did them because that was a partial requirement of being an active member of this channel. But yeah, wasn't really my favorite thing in the world to do. So I'll talk more about when Abe comes on. But yeah, so there you go. I think I've talked about this on here before anyway, so not even much of a surprise, I guess, to anybody who cares. Oh, am I kidding? You're not gonna watch this. Oh, and he's gone. Boo boop ba doo. Bow. Bow. This just got awkward, didn't it? There he is. He's back. What's up, babe?
Give me a second. I gotta take the dog out.
Okay. Why don't you come back on camera just to leave again?
Because I wanted to do my She-Hulk shit.
Okay. Nice. Okay, Abe's taking his dog out. I'm gonna watch YouTube, but I can't play it here because, copyright. Ayo. That's how fast it took you to take your dog out?
Whoa, you just have to open the door.
Oh, I thought you meant you were like taking your dog out. Like taking for a walk.
No. You just want to get...
Okay. That was why I was
Oh,
confused.
it's because I paused the call because my mom came and asked me what time were they closing a play.
Okay.
Then my internet went down, and I was like, okay, let's restart.
Okay, let's get back to talking about reactions.
Why Jacob left the channel, right?
Shut up. You guys stop this shit, man. It's really unbecoming of you.
No, I like it.
No, but let's talk about reactions and Shimoda reactions. Because, like, I'm not going to say I didn't have fun. Like, there were certainly times when I had fun. But I'm not going to lie. There were some times where panels that were just like...
I have a call. Give me a second.
Oh, my Lord Almighty. Sure. Go right ahead. It's the jerk store. It's the jerk store. They're running out of you. It's the jerk store. They're running out for you. Running out for you. Running out of you.
My dad called me. He said he's watching this stream,
Yeah.
and he says, "Who the fuck is that white guy, motherfucker?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah,
That's a
he's my
lie
bitch."
because we have 0 viewers. I can see how many viewers we have.
My dad is fat, bro. But you don't have to call him a zero.
All right, let's get back to the point we're on. So Showdown reactions were sometimes fun, but a lot of times they weren't, and it was partially because of the match sucked. It was really hard to pretend you were interested in what was happening, and two, some of the panels we had were not fun to be a part of. I'm not going to lie. There were some times to where I was like, but yeah, there you go. Fine. I gave you all a little tidbit of knowledge there, which I don't really give a shit about. I don't care. Again, if anybody comes across this stuff, it's like when we called out the Shimoda Rundown guys a couple of episodes ago. It's like if you actually give a crap about what me and Abe are saying on this show, first off, check the view count of all our episodes. Realize then it's me seeing that the stream ran or going back and watching a funny moment. Okay? It's no one. And see, how much do you really give a shit about stuff you did for the Schmodown, which once again is a completely dead series that died like what 2 years ago?
On my
And
head,
no one
it
talks
died like
about it
four
anymore.
4 years ago, bro.
No one talks about. Well, okay, there's when it died and when it actually like stopped airing because those are two different dates. The Schmodown prattled on like a TV sitcom that you're like, you really hit your peak like 4 years ago, but you're just gonna keep going. Okay, cool. It's like the 2.5 Men of YouTube series. It's like, okay, you had kind of a perfect ending handed to you, but you're still gonna go on. Okay, sure. Okay, you do you. Oh, but I feel like once they remove Charlie Sheen, they probably just should stop doing the show because the show makes no sense when Ashton Kutcher comes on because there is no reason why Alan should still be living in that house. Like, it was one thing when he was living with his brother, but now there's just this stranger who brought his dead brother's house and he's still living there. It's just really odd. It doesn't make any sense. And they try to explain it, but it just doesn't make any sense at all.
What?
No, I know. I'm talking about 2.5 Men.
This is a big ass coincidence, bro. I kid
Yeah.
you not. Yesterday, I went out with my friends,
Yeah.
and when I pick up the first one, I was like, "Hey, dude, what's going on?" He
Mm-hmm.
told me I just finished watching 2.5 Men, and he was
It's a good
explaining
show.
the whole series to me. I kid
What,
you
you've
not,
never
that
seen
happened
it?
yesterday. No, I'm not watching.
Oh,
He
it's good.
pitched it
It's
to
funny.
me, and sounds fun. Sounds my kind of
Just
humor,
just
misogynistic and white.
only watch when Charlie Sheen's on. If Ashton Kutcher's on, don't watch. Only watch it when Charlie Sheen's on. He's the best
He
person.
told me he told me Ashton did wasn't that bad though, and
He
then was
wasn't. It's just he's not bad. It's just one. I think Charlie Sheen is funnier than Ashton Kutcher, and two, it's just I just felt like the show was more in its prime. Like
Wait,
season
why
six,
did they
7
fire
was when it
him?
was at its best.
Why did they fire him?
Him and Chuck Lorre just like hated each other.
Who's Chuck Lorre?
Chuck
The
Lorre is
other
the
guy?
creator and the showrunner. He created Big Bang Theory, Young Sheldon. He's done a ton of stuff. But yeah, he and Charlie Sheen like hate each other. And Charlie Sheen, this was also during his whole I'm winning kind of, era. And so they just fired him. Which dude was making 10 million an episode and they would do like 25 episode seasons. So like Charlie Sheen was also
Really, dude?
kind of a dumbass.
Really?
Yeah.
10 million?
Yeah, dude, it was a massive show for CBS.
10 million?
Yeah. Unless I read it wrong again, something I read like at the time, but like 10
Dude,
million up.
there's no fucking way, dude. I have to look this up.
Again, I could be wrong. Again, This is
No,
not
yeah,
even
yeah,
one
but
based off of. What's up?
I'm looking. I'm reading the week. He was making 1.8 million an episode,
Okay, again, I probably heard
which
someone say
is
10
no,
million.
dude. But honestly, it's a shit ton of money. Like
Especially, like I
if they
said, they would do like 23, 25 episode seasons. It wasn't like they were doing 10
no, like
episode seasons.
no,
Like,
if you would have told me 2 million an episode, I would be like fucking amazed. Like, whoa, this motherfucker
mm,
was making back.
yeah, yeah. Well, because he was freaking great on the show. He's so funny. That, and also he was like, when the show first started, like, you can't remember, he's massive movie actor, moving. Well, so he took over Spin City when Michael J. Fox left for the last two seasons, which aren't good. That was sort of his first foray into TV, and then a couple years later, Two and a Half Men started, and that was like, it was a big deal that he was like going into television, and it was just a massive series. I saw the set when my family went on vacation and we did the Warner Brothers studio tour. I saw the set for Two and a Half Men. That was pretty cool. No one was there. They weren't shooting, but they showed us the set. I was like, oh, that's cool. We also saw the set of Gilmore Girls. And we saw them shooting, actually. So that
He
was.
hasn't been on anything since. Oh well, yeah, since 2017.
Well, I mean, when you make a shit ton of money, you don't really have to
Like,
do a lot.
think about those guys, like the Charlie Cheens, the ones that live their life at the fullest, to put it one way, right?
That's a way to put Charlie Sheen's life, sure.
Yeah, like like Ozzy Osbourne, and those guys that fucking
Mm.
rock and roll, fucking name,
Wait,
bitches.
what are you talking
Yeah.
about? Charlie Sheen's done stuff since 20. He just did an episode of a TV show.
Well, I'm looking at fucking Wikipedia, bro. Maybe it's not
Oh, I'm
updated.
looking at IMDb. Yeah, I mean, he hasn't done a ton, but whatever.
No,
Continuing
but
on.
like, how? Imagine the amount. How much of their life do you think they remember?
Probably not much. Drugs will do
There's
that
this
to your
story
kids.
about this Mexican comedian. He said like, "Oh yeah, dude, I started drinking in fucking New York, and
Yeah.
the last thing I remember, I woke up in a camel's back on Egypt."
Wow. That's something.
So he just blacked out for like a week.
Yeah, I mean, dude, that's unfortunately the thing of doing substances will just mess with your mind, man. Yeah, but no, I mean, again, he was making a lot of money, so guess if he's just good at planning a
So the
budget and
season, so it just lasted 4 seasons after he left. 5 seasons.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, they had a good run. Dude, they kept their ratings though. Like,
yeah,
kind of.
no, they did. That's kind of the thing was Charlie Sheen like said some shit and then like they again, it's CBS is one of those really weird networks to where like their viewers are like really like consistent for shows that hit it. And that's why like if you look at like their shows, they run for like an extreme long amount of time. Like most shows would end at, this season, that season, and they keep going. It's,
Dude, it amazes me the creativity. I know they changed writers and shit, but
Mhm.
just telling like I don't know how many episodes, 200 hours of story.
Yeah,
It
for
just,
a
dude, I
sitcom, which is like, how many times can you come up with a new concept and yet somehow they
mm,
do? No, I
yeah,
get what
it's
you're
kind
saying.
of
It's impressive because you are just like, how do you keep this going? Because there's no rhyme or reason. Yeah, it's Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the only way you can do it is just get new writers every couple of seasons. Because, like, especially with a show like 2.5 Men, it's like, okay, Charlie's gonna date this girl, and it's gonna go wrong, and yet somehow they do that, and it's like kind of predictable, but also not. It's just a funny show too, man. I really just like it, man. It's funny. I really
Oh,
enjoy
what's
the
funny?
show.
My face.
Yeah, yeah, it's why I fucking die of laughter every time you get. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't. What? No, I haven't watched any. I don't watch any shows. I've never been like House Empty. That was a show I watched.
That's a
Uh,
good one.
Bones. Sometimes.
Never watched that.
Law and Order.
Law and Order SVU was my go-to. Dun 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 dun. Bam,
Well, when
bam,
Christopher
bam.
Meloni was in.
Yeah, he was my favorite character on the show. But dude, he was on there for like 12 seasons. Dude, Law and Order SVU is on so many channels, and it's been going since like 1998. So like there are just all day long marathons, and I will just sit there and get lost for a couple of hours watching Law and Order SVU. Fucking love that.
Dude, that's
show.
good television there. That's
No,
good
it
television, you know?
is. And it's not. And again, this is the thing is like, I don't mindlessly watch it. Like, I'm intently watching it. And that's a credit to that show and to those actors that, like, I want to see these stories happen. And it's nice when the stories end happy. And it sucks when the stories end like, oh no, like, what? Thank God it's on Hulu because, like, Wednesday, yesterday at the gym, it was on and I was watching it, but I was finishing up my workout and I was like, fuck, I really need to know if this episode ends. So I like got the episode title and it's on Hulu. So I was able to watch the episode and be like, okay, great. I know when it ends now. And that was one of those like endings. Who was your favorite ADA on Law and Order SVU?
I have no idea. Like, I don't have memories of it. I know Christopher Meloni and the woman Olivia. What's her
Olivia
name? Right?
Benson.
Yeah,
Olivia
yeah, yeah. I
Benson.
remember.
Dude,
Like it's not like like I watch it every day.
look, let's be honest. That show is going to live and die with her. When she decides she's done, the show is going to be done.
How much do you think she's getting per episode? $1 million?
I don't know. Let's look it up. Let's look up. How much does Olivia Benson? Yep, here we go. Make her episode. Oh no, Olivia Benson is the character. It's Mariska Hargitay is the actress, and she is earning, according to Capitalist.com, she is earning $500,000 per episode. Once again,
She's
longer,
making like
a few episodes a season. So
she's probably making like 12 million a season.
yeah. Ice-T's making $250,000 per season, so that's about $6 million.
Ice-T's still in the show?
Yeah, dude. Ice-T stopped doing everything. He was on. I remember this was back when I was in college.
He was
on the
my
Howard
favorite
Stern
character,
show.
bro.
Dude, he was on the Howard Stern show, and he was talking about like, yeah, Fred Wolf is just my boss now. Like, dude, but when you're making that much and you shoot that show, you don't need to do anything else.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to waste your time doing literally anything else.
Also, they're probably like on syndication, get a nice check for
dude,
reruns.
like I said, there's several channels
like
that just do Law and Order SVU marathons, and the syndication they're making from that is probably also just a nice chunk of change too. It's like, honestly, Mariska Hargitay, when she decides to stop doing the show, it's going to end, and she's never going to work again because she's going to make all the money from the last season and then make all the money from Law and Order running like 24/7 for the rest of her life. She will never work again. And she's great, but she will never have to act again, ever. Yeah. I love that show, man. And I love the two of them in it. I love how, like, what's really great about that show and about her character is, like, it's not one of those bullshit, like, I'm a tough female cop who's got to keep proving myself. Like she just is. It's like Ellen Ripley as a character. It's just like you just are tough and cool and all those things just because you are. It's not because you're having to prove yourself as being that. You know. I
Who?
wish more female characters were in like that. Because again, male characters get
Oh,
written
so
like
you
that.
have
Like
a problem with
no,
it?
I have a problem when it's we have to show how tough our female lead is by her constantly telling everyone how tough she is instead of just like Indiana Jones is just a tough character. He doesn't have to constantly talk about how tough he is. Olivia Benson is just a tough character. She doesn't have to constantly talk about it. I just would like that because I think if I was a female viewer, that would be way more inspirational to me than a character who constantly has to remind everyone how tough she is. Harrison Ford, in like all his roles, never has to remind everyone he's a tough guy. He just
Dude, I
is.
thought you were a woman the whole time.
You know what? You're just an asshole.
I know.
Yeah, you are.
That's my role in life, dude. I have learned that I just trigger people. That's my whole thing. I like triggering people,
Yeah, you really do. Yeah.
and it's kind of and like they can tell me anything, and I don't care. You know, you can insult me. You can get me on anything. I don't. I don't. I never reach my breaking
Next
point.
episode, I'm gonna just roast Abe and dig under his skin. I'm gonna find
There's.
shit about you.
I will tell you this. There's nobody that has broke me in years.
So you believe you are unbroken? Wait until you meet me. First to break your mind, then your body.
You know. Let's talk about something interesting.
Okay, sure.
Because you've been talking for the last hour, and I'm like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Oh my god.
Well, that's what happens when you just sit there and mumble shit and don't contribute. I just have to fill the
Well,
dead air.
well, cause I don't, I don't know what to say. I'm a man
All
of.
right. Here, I'm muting myself. Go ahead.
So I was watching this movie last night. Well, no, a couple of nights ago. It was Uptown Girls with this really beautiful woman, which I don't remember her name. She killed herself. No, she died a couple years ago. What's her name? Well, I don't remember. I was a little kid and the babysitter, and I like that. I also didn't watch the holdovers. I have it on my computer, pirated from JTS.mx, so you can access that thing. And I want to talk about what happened in the 3402 watch party in Arizona. So there was this plan watch party of 3402. Where funny story, I watched the who won the 3402 before fucking because of the NDAs because this fuck uploaded the videos on the drive and I told him, hey dude, I watched the videos and he panicked and everything. Yeah, and I saw like, oh, Brian won. I knew it. I don't have anything to say, bro. I don't have nothing to tell. Usually rely on other people. I'm a bitch that way. Uh, can we talk about the Oscar?
Sure.
How many movies have we watched this year?
Let's see. Check the old letterbox. Uh, 16.
Nice. So the first episode of Simple Tricks and Nonsense from the New Year's is gonna be our top 10 films or top 20 films of 2023.
I can't do 20, you asshole.
Okay, we're gonna do top 10 best and top 10 worst.
I can't do that. I mean, maybe if I see 4 more movies from 2023.
Are you gonna
before
watch
that.
Aquaman? Are you interested in Aquaman?
I am. I just I don't know if I'm gonna like run out to the theater to see. Oh, you know what? I'll have seen 17 at some point because I'm gonna watch that new Mark Wahlberg movie, The Family Plan. That looks good.
That on Netflix?
No, it's Apple TV. But it looks fun.
Mark Wahlberg, hot guy.
Mm. Michelle Monaghan, hot woman.
Michelle Monaghan is it?
Yeah, she plays his wife.
Damn, bro.
Hey, man.
Let's talk about something interesting.
Okay. What do you want to talk
Let's
about?
find a topic. You know,
Okay.
usually we're on the show, I
Mhm.
go on Letterboxd and see what people are watching and get me ideas.
Okay. Go and do that, then, I guess.
Let's see. Henry Confidential. Let's see Henry Confidential. He watched Guardians of the Galaxy.
What?
Have you watched Home Alone?
Not this year. Not yet. I was just talking about my mom about that. There's like a week. It's like a full week until Christmas, and I got so many movies there. Like I haven't watched Home Alone 1 and 2. Haven't watched Charlie Brown. Haven't watched Santa Claus 2 and 3. So many. I got a Christmas
Wait,
Story.
you've never watched them, or you just rewatched them?
No. Rewatching them. Like rewatch. Yes, I've seen Home Alone. It's one of my favorites.
Why are you rewatching only Christmas?
Because 'tis the season to watch Christmas movies.
No, you watch it like on like July, you know?
You can, I don't.
Why?
Because that's just how I am.
Yeah.
Because there's something
explain
special about this time of year that I don't like to spoil. Watching Christmas movies outside of this time of year spoils it for me. Sally was when I was a kid too. I never would watch the Santa Claus in the middle of March. Just how I've always been.
So you watch the Christmas Chronicles and Die Hard 2?
Mm-hmm.
The one where you can see Bruce Willis's dick?
I don't think he ever takes his pants off in that movie.
No, there's a dick. No. Oh, like I know that.
What? Are you sure you're thinking of the right movie?
You can see somebody's dick in the film.
Okay, I don't think it's Bruce Willis.
Well, it's in Pulp Fiction where you can see his dick, but
okay, Pulp Fiction is not Die Hard 2.
Oh no. Yeah, but no. Oh no, there's none. Well, I guess I was thinking about other people's dick.
But somebody else's dick. Yeah, I gotta watch Lethal Weapon 2. Fuck.
I'm not that big of a fan of Die Hard 2, I have to say.
Oh, really?
Was not impressed. Yeah, was not impressed.
It's probably my favorite of the series. Gotta be honest.
Probably because you're Mexican.
What?
I've only watched the first, the second, and the last one.
Oh, geez. Wait, you've never seen Die Hard with a Vengeance?
No, I've never seen the second and the third. The third and the fourth, sorry.
You're like on the third one, at least. 4 and 5, just... I mean, like... Watch them, obviously, to come to your own conclusions of them, of course. Personally, I'm just not a fan of those two. Good Day to Die Hard, the film I consider my least favorite film of all time.
Fourth is the one where they did PG-13, right?
Yeah, they PG-13 it. Yep. And then they did Die Hard 2.0, Die Hard like 4.0 or something, which is the biggest like BS after. Like people are like, this is what the movie was for the studio one and I'm like, no, it's not. they went in. Kevin Smith has talked about this, that they wrote a PG-13 Die Hard movie. They shot a PG-13 Die Hard movie. People complained about it, so they went in after the fact. And like ADR to curse words, like Jeremy Jones talks about this in his review, to where he's like, every time someone like curses, it's never on camera. Like they're always off screen. They literally just cobbled together an R-rated movie from a PG-13 movie. You know why? And again, I think Kevin Smith talked about this when he was talking about the movie. When he was talking about the movie, to where he was like, because they're like, we're gonna make more money if we market this. Like, if the 13-year-olds who are watching the Die Hard movies can actually go to the theater. Yeah, Sam Jackson is in the third one. He plays Zeus. Father Apollo, Mount Olympus, don't fuck with me or I'll stick a lightning bolt up your ass. Zeus. That's a great movie.
So it's
man,
so
you know what?
There's an exchange.
There's an exchange between Bruce Willis and Sam Jackson in that film that is basically yours and mine's relationship on this show, which is Bruce Willis calls out Sam Jackson, goes, "You're a racist. You don't like me because I'm white." And he goes, "I don't like you because you're gonna get me killed." I'm telling you, man. Watch. Do you have a Hulu?
It's probably one of the. Yeah, I do have Hulu.
Yeah, Die Hard with Vengeance, I think, is still on there. Yeah, it's on Hulu.
The funny thing is that he never dies.
Well, yeah. Also, it's not him. It's the bad guys. They die hard. What are your views? Okay, what are your views on Die Hard as a Christmas movie? Let's have this discussion.
It's a movie that takes place in Christmas.
You don't think it's a Christmas movie?
I feel like I'll accept the people's discourse about it. I mean, discussion, the agreement that it's a Christmas movie, but it's a movie that takes place in Christmas. I don't necessarily think it's a Christmas.
So I'm just going to give you a plot synopsis of a movie.
I read your tweet.
Oh, yeah. No, because it's true. I
can give you a synopsis of what...
No. But this is my thing. Because let's have this discussion. So you're someone you think, what makes Christmas movie a Christmas movie then?
Christmas has to be part of the main.
Okay, so to you, Christmas has to be at like the center of the story,
or in a big part of the background.
Well,
it has to involve like the characteristic,
like
Santa Claus and elf.
Like I do feel like Christmas is at the center and in the background of that movie.
Okay, go ahead. Tell me how.
Okay, the entire reason why he is in LA in Nakatomi is because it is Christmas. The background, every scene practically has something Christmas in it. The score has Christmas music filtered throughout it. And the story is very much like A Christmas Carol. It is about how this grumpy guy has a transformative experience over the course of one night. Like the whole thing is that this guy who, like, again, him and his wife aren't on the best terms, literally. And there's that scene when he's talking to Al to where he's like, tell Holly that John says he's sorry. She's heard him say 1,000 times that that I love her, but she's never heard me say I'm sorry. And then like at the end when he introduces Holly to Hal as Holly Gennaro and she says Holly McLean, because like that was a bone of contention between them. Like to me, I think being a Christmas movie is, yes, one, taking place around Christmas. And to me, Christmas being at the center is, and again, this is just my view on this is a time of rebirth. It is a time of taking stock of what is important to us and maybe changing our views on what is important to us, why things are important to us, and allowing ourselves as we end a year and start anew to allow ourselves to change and allow ourselves to have a little perspective on it. That's
Is
why
it
I think
more a
Die Hard and
Christmas
Lethal
movie or
Weapon are
more of an
Christmas
action movie?
movies. Because they're about that. They're main
No, but is it more of
characters.
Christmas movie?
I'm sorry?
Is it more a Christmas movie or more an action movie?
It's more an action movie, but that doesn't stop it from being a Christmas movie.
Can have
That's like
Christmas
saying,
elements
is
to it.
West Side Story more a romance movie or more a musical? It's more a musical. It doesn't
It's a
stop it from being a
musical.
romance.
It's a musical. It's a musical.
Yeah, but it doesn't stop it from being a romance
But
either.
if you had to describe Die Hard, it's
Okay,
an
sure.
action movie.
Okay, but that's how many movies are there that fall under different genres?
Give me a second.
Okay.
I want some flautas.
What are you doing?
I want some flautas.
Okay. I'm just saying. I think, honestly, to me, this is what I'll say. I think the discourse around Die Hard and everything is just tired. And I don't know why people are so offended because someone considers Die Hard a Christmas movie. Like, I don't get it. Like, I really don't. Like, why do you care if someone considers it a Christmas movie? My favorites are like, it was released in July, and then you're like, yeah, so was Miracle on 34th Street. Does that somehow prevent that movie from being a Christmas film?
It's not that I don't think it has. I mean, but it's just because kind of a Christmas movie. It's, you know, it has to have Christmas like in there. It has to be a Santa Claus, a tree, like
No,
as a main part of the story.
and that's fine. And again, I think the thing is people do have different definitions for what they quantify for being a Christmas movie. And if Die Hard doesn't fall into that, that's fine. But there's this thing to where it's not a Christmas movie to me. If it's not a Christmas movie to me, it can't be a Christmas movie for you. And that's what I don't like about the discourse.
Oh, that's
And
just
you get
people
it
being
every
assholes, bro.
year.
That's just
No,
people
it
being
is.
assholes.
It is.
That's
It's people being assholes
people
for
being
no reason. And it's also just like, why are you so defensive over Christmas movies all of a sudden? Like, who gives a shit? You know? And everyone's like, Bruce Willis said it's not a Christmas movie. And it's like, oh yeah, well, I do remember, actors usually do tend to have full control over that, particularly an actor like Bruce Willis in 1988. Yeah, sure. Yeah, you mean the guy coming off of that TV series in which he was second billed behind a former model? Yeah, okay, I'm sure he had full control over what Die Hard was.
Look, just to trigger the white in this
Also,
in this
also Bruce
conversation.
Willis, he said that during his roast, in which I'm sure he knew it was going to trigger people, which is why he said it. But what's going to trigger the whites?
If I made a movie in Germany in 1941, is it a World War II movie?
It depends. Okay, because we had this discussion when Rankum. We had this discussion probably when Rankum named Schindler's List the best war film of all time, and that I was like, that's not a war film. It has nothing to do with the war.
So,
hey,
what movie did you say?
Schindler's List. It's not a war film.
What did you say?
Oh. It's not a war film. It's a Holocaust
there you go.
drama. But yeah, that's okay. But I explained to you my reasons for why I think Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Yes. But it's a movie recording war. Like, war is not just a battlefield.
But okay, but here's the thing: the Holocaust was happening before World War II happened, and the Holocaust did not stop because of the war. Like the war was not being fought over the Holocaust. Honestly, the Allied troops didn't even know what was going on. Watch Band of Brothers; they just come upon the concentration camps. Are like, what the?
Look at the bridge on the River Kwai. Like, I mean, there's a bomb. That bombs the bridge, but it's a war film, right?
Well, that's okay, a war film. Great Escape. Those are war films because those are about POWs. Like, those are about soldiers in the war. There is literally a separate storyline which is about trying to rescue those POWs from building the bridge. That's a war movie. Schindler's List is a Holocaust drama that had some Nazi characters in it. But once again, the Nazis and the Holocaust were in existence before World War II started.
It says the film primarily takes place between 1938 and 1945. That sounds like it was in the war.
Which film?
Schindler's List.
Okay, but it's not. The story is about Oskar Schindler protecting his Jewish employees from being sent off to the concentration camps. That's what the movie is about.
And why they were being sent for the concentration camps?
Because Adolf Hitler was a piece of shit who wanted to just kill them just because they were Jewish.
And what happened with the war? What's the reason that?
But the war was not. No one. The Allied forces did not know about the Holocaust. They did not go to war with Hitler because of that. They went to war with Hitler because Hitler was trying to take over the world. Like I said, watch Band of Brothers.
This is part of.
They just come across the concentration camps and have no clue what was going on. They come across abandoned concentration camps and are like, what is this?
Oh, it's a show. Never heard of that shit before.
Mike says, Allied forces were fighting the Nazis, but the Holocaust was happening parallel to the cause of World War II. Yes. Holocaust started before World War II. Again, but the Rankum panel thought it was a war film, the best war film. And that's their reasoning, and it's fine. And the thing is we're having this discussion, but if someone was to say to me, my favorite war film is Schindler's List, I'm not going to sit there and tell you that
What's your favorite Christmas movie?
My favorite Christmas movie is It's a Wonderful Life.
Boy, somebody tell you what's your favorite action movie?
Well, I mean, again, if you quantify it as an action movie, then it's your favorite action movie. Who am I to tell you what your favorite of anything is?
What's your favorite action movie? I'm asking you.
Oh, Speed. Are you trying to be like have a gotcha moment on me, or because that does feel like what's happening here? What? What's funny is your internet is kind of lagging, so this whole thing is just like jumping. So this is fun to watch happen live on air. We're moving right along. I don't know where you went, Abe, but Mike says you're being pedantic. But do I like? Yes. I'm gonna let you know here. Die Hard isn't even in my top 10 favorite action films. I think it's a spectacular movie, but as I said in a tweet yesterday, I think Die Hard 2 is my favorite of the series, honestly. What's up, Abe? I don't know if you missed it, but Mike called you. He said you were being pedantic. Okay. Turn your mic on. Your mic's off. Okay. Well, what's your favorite Christmas movie?
Like Christmas? I mean, Elf. I think.
That's
like I'm not that fan of Christmas movie.
That's my family's favorite Christmas movie. We watch Elf every year together. I love that movie. Favorite action movie?
It may be the best Christmas movie that has come out in this century.
Yeah, Elf. Yeah, probably. But what I go favorite action movie?
Sorry, what do you say?
Favorite action movie? I was just asking you the same questions you asked me. Just flipping around on you.
That's a really hard question.
Uh-huh. There's a lot of good ones.
Let me see my list on Letterboxd.
Yeah, I did. I recently actually updated my top 10 list.
Like at the top of my head.
Mm.
Damn. I don't have action films on my top 50.
Yeah. Oh, you're looking at your top 50?
Is Hit an action movie?
Is what?
Hit.
Hit?
Al Pacino, Robert De Niro.
Heat? Yeah. Yeah, that's an action movie.
By definition, I feel Hit is my... But it's because when you told me action film, I think like fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger and that fucking...
Yeah. Again, there's different levels of action movies.
It's like Avengers. Like the Avengers. The Avengers has a shit ton of action, but I don't consider those.
It's a comic book movie. Yeah, comic book movies fall. They fall. Again, I don't consider Raiders of the Lost Ark an action movie because to me it's an adventure film. It has
that's an adventure
scenes, but it's an adventure.
I agree with you. That's an adventure.
The Mummy is an adventure film. It's not an action film. Yeah.
By my list, which I have not updated in a while. 2 years ago, updated. Fuck, it's been a while. The Avengers is my favorite.
What'd you say?
What would I take out of my top 50?
Let's see. Mike K says Elf is my favorite contemporary Christmas film, but I'm not sure whether or not I like it more than Scrooged, which has been my all-time favorite. That's a great one.
Scrooge is a fantastic film.
That's probably my only. Yeah, I love that movie. I'll go watch it soon. That's another one. That and Mickey's A Christmas Carol, which probably my favorite version of A Christmas Carol is Mickey's. I think it's great.
Here, I'll show you my Flintstones one.
Never seen it. Is it good?
Yes, I think it's an episode or something.
So this is my top 10 action films. So I got number 10. I got Tango and Cash. Number 9, Escape from New York. Number 8, Kickboxer. Number 7, Above the Law. Number 6, Roadhouse. 5, Sudden Death. 4, Cliffhanger. 3, Predator. 2, Lethal Weapon 2, and numero uno, Speed.
You know which one is my favorite? I thought about it right now. Point Break.
Never seen it, honestly.
1991 Point Break. Patrick Swayze and fucking John Wick.
Keanu
Reeves going at it. It's so fucking incredible.
Yeah, I've never seen it. I've heard great things about it, but I've never gone.
It's because you put Roadhouse. Roadhouse is pretty good, but I saw Patrick Swayze. I was like, yeah,
dude, Roadhouse is.
Damn, fuck yeah.
It knows exactly what it is, and that's why I love it. The action is great. The character is great. Like, oh man, there's so many lines from that movie that I just will constantly think of. Drinking, having a good time. You're too stupid to have a good time.
Top 20
The Christmas Carol is so much better than it has any right to be. Yeah, to take the Dickens novel and condense it down to half an hour and lose none of the emotion in it should be applauded by.
Have you watched? Talking modern Christmas songs. Have you watched the one that with Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds that came out last year?
No, Spirit? I didn't. Nah.
Kind of.
I don't really get into a lot of newer ones that come out. Because again, I'm usually just rewatching what. I mean, I try to watch like I watched yesterday for the first time The Family Man with Nick Cage. Like that was really good. Like every year I tried Surf Show. That's how I saw Surviving Christmas a couple of years ago. I love that movie. Shit, there's so many. Oh my god, I don't have enough time to watch all these movies. Fuck me.
Have you watched The Night Before?
What?
Have you watched The Night Before?
Yeah, that's one of my favorites, man. I love that movie.
That's a cool one. I haven't watched that movie in a while.
Again, oh my god, the Breaking Bad stuff. I haven't watched Staying Close to Coming to Town. There's so many days left, and I have not watched nearly enough.
Trading Places.
Never seen it. No, Jamie Lee Curtis.
That's the one, dude, that I think you should watch. That's the one. That's the one. Out of everything else, you should watch
Trading Places. I have
so funny.
I do. Okay,
incredibly
tell me if I'm wrong. Is Trading Places that's Paul Gleason in it?
No, I don't remember.
Okay, because there's a Paul Gleason. I'm not sure what the movie is, but there's a scene where he's on the phone with someone talking, and this woman tries to come over to the payphone, and he just goes, he's talking, and he stops, and he goes, "Fuck
Paul
off."
Gleason, it indeed isn't it?
Yeah, and he just goes, "Fuck off." I was
No,
like,
but like
all right,
fucking
that's
Dan
pretty cool.
Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy are a fire on the phone, especially
Yeah,
Eddie
well, I
Murphy.
love them both. Oh, did you hear they're doing Beverly Hills Cop 4?
Yeah, I have heard about that like 2 years ago.
I honestly have never seen Beverly Hills
You
Cop the whole
first
way
watched
through.
Beverly?
I've never seen
The
it the
first
whole
one
way
is
through.
have I what? I don't think I watched the second one,
Yeah.
but yeah,
It was just one of those
Axel,
movies that was on TV that I would watch like bits and pieces of, but I never really
dude,
went back to watch the whole thing.
prime Eddie Murphy, maybe,
Oh yeah.
maybe best comedian of all time, maybe,
I don't know,
maybe.
dude. Prime Jim Carrey was pretty freaking good.
I yeah, that's why I said maybe. 'Cause I
No,
wasn't
no, no.
sure.
It's different, and they're also just different styles of comedy, which it's all subjective. It's also
Have you watched
Robin
some?
Williams. I
Have
love, and he's so funny in a lot of stuff. But so much of his career was balanced between comedy and drama that I don't
uh,
think he could be considered.
Have you watched Jim Carrey doing stand up?
Yeah, I've seen some of his stand-up
Like
stuff.
some clips. Dude
Mhm.
was fucking it's incredible on stage
Dude, I
too.
used to watch In Living Color with my dad all the time.
He
Back when
was
he was
like,
James Carey. Dude, In Living Color was great.
what's living
Um,
color? No,
I didn't see the trailer. I don't know. Did you see the trailer for Beverly Hills Cop 4?
no,
I just
I
have no
did not.
point
I
because
haven't
I
watched
haven't
it.
really. I can't even count saying I've seen Beverly Hills Cop. So I really haven't seen any of the movies. But
I
I
did
mean,
watch.
hey, Eddie Murphy's having a bit of a comeback. He's got that, I think it's Amazon Christmas movie that just came out.
Yeah, it's an Amazon Christmas
Yeah,
movie.
he's got a bit of a comeback, which is great because he was a part of my childhood. Between
He
Shrek
had
and Daddy
this.
Daycare, he had his
He
hooks
had
in
this
us.
movie with Jonah Hill coming out. This came out early
Yeah,
this
like I
year.
said, he was like he left. Massive deal it was when they did the SNL 40th anniversary, and he was a part of it. Like it was a massive deal that Eddie Murphy was going to be a part of
Dude, that guy had like fucking 100 children, I think.
it. Yeah. I do think that's it. I think he stepped away to just be with his family for a time, which is really commendable.
He did
Rick Moranis did the same thing.
Dolmite is my name.
Yeah, Rick
Dolmite,
Moranis did.
great film.
He left the industry to I think his wife died, and he left the industry
No,
to be
yeah,
with his
his wife
kids.
died and
Yeah, Rick
his
Moranis,
wife
not
died
Eddie
and
Murphy. But no, it's commendable because there's so many stories of Hollywood of these really famous people like kind of neglecting their families. So it is nice when like these really big actors, like when Rick Moranis left, he was really big, and to be like, no, my family is way more important to me than acting. That's not a lot of people would do
I mean
that.
also how much money they made, we're
That
talking
okay, I
about
was
their
about to say now a lot of people also don't have the kind of bank accounts that they definitely had when they did that, but still it's commendable to go, I'm not going to continue to do things that make me even more millions.
so he has
Mike says Candy Cane Lane, he hasn't seen it, but he's heard it's decent. I mean, it's a fucking like Christmas streaming movie. They come out all the time. Like there was 8-Bit Christmas and Another Christmas Story. Like never watched any of those, but this is just what happens every year. They come and they go. It's just what happens. Like The Family Plan, Mark Wahlberg. I want to watch it because it looks good, but you know what? It's gonna come. It's gonna go.
do
Just
you
how these
watch
streaming
Coming to
Christmas movies are.
America?
Yes, I have seen Coming to America.
No, but the second one. The one that came
No,
out
no.
2 years
I
ago.
heard it
Okay.
wasn't good, and so I didn't allow myself to taint the original.
I think he's
Watch it.
trying to get like that kind of Adam Sandler type of career with Netflix and streaming services,
Yeah, you think?
and
Yeah,
it's kind of not working. Maybe
no.
on the charts and shit like that, but
Mike says that's my problem with stream movies all year round. They really don't. They're a dime a dozen. They come out and it's like, boop. Like they just come and go, these streaming movies, and so many people don't even watch them. You know?
Yeah, like Beverly Hills, Axel. Let's see the trailer.
Axel
I want to
Foley.
live react to the trailer.
But yeah, no, that's just streaming movies just in general. It's just, I mean, streaming in general, shows, movies, all this stuff. It's just like that. So much of it just comes and goes. It's like it's there, but it's only if you really care. Like there's stuff that I've gone back and I've rewatched Jack Ryan season 1 a bunch of times. I've rewatched all the seasons of Cobra Kai a couple of times. I rewatch Hawkeye. I actually just finished it the other day. Again, I rewatch it every Christmas. Like there are streaming shows that I will go back and rewatch, but a lot of them are just one and done. WandaVision, haven't watched it since it aired. That's the first streaming. Mandalorian. Don't really go back and rewatch that. Love the show. Well, season 3 kind of sucks, but like don't go back and rewatch that all the time. You know, it's just like. It's just when there's a gluttony of shit, there's no point, you know? Because the other thing is like they don't stop bringing stuff out, so it's not even like, you know, it's not like when cable TV was like the sort of power, you know, there would be the fall season to the spring when the new shows would be on and everyone watch them. And then there'd be the summer lull where every movie reruns. And so maybe if you didn't watch, you know, this show on TNT because you were watching this show on CBS at the same time, well, now you could catch up on that show on TNT. Mike says, I don't rewatch any of the shows, even the ones I love. Yeah, because there's just, you know.
I don't rewatch shit, bro. I rarely rewatch stuff.
Yeah, well,
honestly, it's weird.
But you're watching. I rewatch a lot of shit. You are constantly seeking new shit.
Exactly, especially 2000s comedies.
Yeah. Did you watch Old School yet?
Yeah, I watched that one before. Yeah.
Frank the Tank. Frank the Tank. Frank the Tank.
Have you watched? No, you said no, right? Coyote Ugly. Mike, have you watched Coyote Ugly?
Mike, it's very imperative that you answer if you've seen Coyote Ugly or not.
It's really important.
That's got what's it face? That's got the older sister from Chihuahua that doesn't, right? She's like one of the main characters.
I think so. It has John Goodman in it, which is pretty fucking
really?
great in it. I mean, John Goodman is good in everything. There's a Michael Bay cameo.
What the fuck?
No, there is.
Mike hasn't seen Coyote Ugly.
Okay, Mike, do me a favor and go watch.
Stop watching this stream. Go watch Coyote Ugly. Yeah. But yeah, no, streaming is, look, let's be honest here, man. Streaming's fucked. There's too much of it.
You know they're merging Hulu and Disney Plus.
Yeah, of course. Well, Disney owns Hulu. So it wasn't.
No, I know, but they're merging it.
No, they're going to merge them. Which I don't know what's going to happen.
I think at the end,
I do monthly for Hulu, but I do annual for Disney. So I guess is my Disney just going to shoot up in price? I guess.
Probably. That's my guess.
Yeah, it's like fucking, what is it? Paramount bought Showtime. And now, in order for me to keep the ad-free Paramount Plus that I pay for annually, they're shooting up my shit, even though I get Showtime through my cable package. And I called and I was like, is there any way I can? And they were like, nope, the only way you don't have Showtime is if you pay for our ad support plan. I'm just like, well, I don't fucking want that. So now I just have fucking Showtime, which is total bullshit. There's a way you could have it be the ad-free plan and the ad-free plan with Showtime added. But they don't want to do that. You could, but they're not going to do that because they're able to jack my prices up more. Fuck you, Paramount Plus. Just fuck streaming services in general. There's too many of them.
So, live NFL update. The Raiders are bringing the Chargers 56-7.
Oh my god, I can't. I don't know if I should be happy or annoyed because I don't give a fuck. What's Taylor
Swift listening
doing?
about the Showtime thing, but I don't have
Taylor
Showtime.
Swift doing? didn't that like NFL like commentator? I was like, didn't that NFL commentator get like fired because he talked about that? He was like, we should really focus on the game, not on some like sideshow thing. And he got like because of that. I think I read that today or something.
I have no idea.
Whatever, regardless. But yeah, there's just, and that's what they do. When stuff like Showtime isn't performing well, Paramount buys them, adds them to their service so they can jack up prices because they're giving you more content, even though Paramount Plus, what was it? A couple of months ago, there was like the report that they're like deleting movies left and right off of there because they want more TV shows. Netflix now with this whole
that's
crackdown.
something I honestly
Netflix with this crackdown shit is fucking with me. I can't watch Netflix.
What's the crackdown shit? Sorry.
The crackdown is
okay. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
No, but look at this.
Yeah.
So I can watch Netflix downstairs on my Apple TV, but I can't watch it upstairs on my Fire Stick because it says I'm not in the household. And I tried to troubleshoot it, and it says, "Oh, your phone isn't on the Wi-Fi of the house." It's fucked.
And did you call Netflix?
Not yet. I tried to call the other day, but it was like 8:00, so nobody was there. I have to do it next week. But regardless, I'm okay. You want to crack down on password sharing? That's fine, but maybe don't crack down so much that like if I go upstairs, it all of a sudden thinks I'm in a different state. Maybe don't do that. I mean, me and my sister were talking about this. Netflix is not going to gain subscribers from this. If someone was on their parents' or their friends' Netflix, they're just going to be like, okay. Because again, there's like 15 other streaming services. They don't give a fuck. They're like, all right, I'll watch.
Yeah, dude. I have Netflix on my Roku.
They think that it's going to be like, we're going to get 15,000 new You're not. You're going to get a bunch of people to go, I already have HBO Max, or I have access to my friend's HBO Max. I don't need Netflix.
Dude, I feel like Netflix has become like...
Mike says password sharing is bullshit. Do you mean sharing of passwords? Are you on the side of corporate America, Mike? No. Because that reads like you're on the side of corporate America.
No, because we also vote red, and this is problem.
I'm not going to confirm or deny because I don't see color when it comes to politics.
I was kidding, Matthew.
Yeah, they're all bullshit. Okay. Yeah, he meant password sharing like that. It's like, dude, I pay for this stuff. If I want to give it to my siblings, who gives a fuck? I'm paying for it, and I'm paying for the ad-free plan, so I'm paying more. Who gives a shit? I know they do because they're like, oh, those are all people who could be subscribers. It's like, no, it's not. Because I'm telling you, my brother ain't paying for this shit. If I wasn't giving to him, he wouldn't be paying for it. He'd find someone else.
It's just, dude, honestly, like, how much time do you spend on streaming services?
Probably not as many as it justifies me paying as much as I do. Because I have a ton. I got Hulu, Disney Plus, HBO Max, Paramount Plus, Apple TV. I think that's it. Oh, Amazon Prime. So I got Amazon Prime, Disney, Hulu, Paramount, Max, and Apple TV. So I pay for 6 of them. I have access to my sister's Peacock and my parents' Netflix. Those are the 2 I don't pay for. I pay for them because I like having access to everything that all the different streaming services have to offer.
It's way easier
because I like watching movies and TV shows.
I mean, it's
Yes, that is what they should do. It should be to add a different line, pay $1, $2 more. That's justifiable. Do that. Netflix is actually the one I don't pay for. Everything else is mine. Yeah, which again, I don't care. It's like I'm using my sister's Peacock and she's using my Hulu and Disney Plus and HBO. Like, who gives a fuck? But yeah, Disney and John Cavia was talking about this like a month or two ago. Hulu's going to merge into Disney Plus? They already got the button on there right now, so it's going to happen, and they're just going to jack up the price of Disney Plus. Is just what it means. Which my one thing is, are they going to get
give me a
rid
second. I got food. Hello.
Okay, so as I was saying,
It's me.
my one thing is when they do merge, does my
I'm listening. I'm just gonna close the door.
Okay. But like, does my Hulu get fucked up? Like if I'm watching like Law and Order, like, am I gonna lose all that and not know which episode I'm on? Like, is it just all gonna reset, or
maybe they're gonna tell you like to merge your profiles or shit like that?
Can I merge my profile?
Probably that's gonna be it. Yeah, that's probably gonna be the option.
Because like, I would like, again, there's shows like Scrubs that I've watched the whole series of. Well, not the last season, but like, so that doesn't matter. But there are shows that like Law and Order SVU is actually one that I was rewatching season 5, and I'm like a couple of episodes in, and it's like I would like to be able to keep on track with that. Something I'm currently binging, but still, it's just like you're gonna have to be able to merge, because that's just gonna fuck people up. That's just gonna fuck people up big time.
I'm gonna prepare my food.
They should have an FAQ on the site for those who are wondering the same thing. Yeah, well,
wasn't there a story a couple of weeks ago that Paramount Plus was looking to merge with another streaming services?
Probably, because it's probably not doing too well. Because you can't. Because none of the, like, Disney's not even doing well. Watch the John Campea show. He talked about this. Disney Plus is like not raking in numbers. Because there's just a gluttony of shit. No, you can't succeed when there's too many. Netflix and Hulu were succeeding when there was just Netflix and Hulu. You can't. When the bubble gets too big and there's too much, you just they wanted to merge with Apple TV Plus.
I think that's gonna happen.
You think? Well, yeah. If Paramount Plus doesn't succeed, then yeah, it's gonna happen.
I feel like.
I mean, look. I'm gonna be honest with you. The only reason why when I say this, it's going to answer my question. They're never going to put Ted Lasso on physical media, because the only reason why I still have Apple TV Plus is to be able to watch Ted Lasso freely. There's really nothing like I'm going to watch this, the Family Plan, but there's really nothing keeping. It's literally just Ted Lasso. I want to have access to Ted Lasso whenever. So if they put Ted Lasso on DVD or Blu-ray, go out, buy the box set, and I would cancel Apple TV Plus like that. Especially since they're jacking up the prices. They were $6.99, now they're going up to $9.99, which is still one of the cheapest I pay for, but still like, God, fuck you. You know.
Wait, I paid $14 for that shit.
For Apple TV Plus?
Yeah.
But aren't you on pesos? Isn't that always more expensive? It's not even like a racist thing. That's like a genuine question.
My iPhone subscription is from America.
Oh, I don't know. Dude, all I know is I got an email saying that they were like, you're paying $9.99.
Maybe I'm paying for
Apple. Go on your iPhone. Go on your iPhone. You can see how much you're paying for your subscription.
I'll check.
Yeah, like it's loading right now, but yeah, it's gonna renew December 24th for $9.99.
Also, you pay Spotify or you pay Apple Music?
No, I don't have Spotify or Apple Music. I don't pay for that stuff because I got YouTube Premium, so I get access to YouTube Music, or I just listen to music on YouTube. Do that too.
Dude, the most valuable purchase
is YouTube.
The most valuable purchase I make every month is paying the YouTube Premium subscription.
Me too, dude. It's the best. No,
it's the greatest thing that happened.
It really is. I can never go back, ever. No, and you know why I wasn't paying for it. When it was YouTube Red, I did 2 free trials when Cobra Kai season 1 and 2 were on YouTube Red. I did 2 free trials to watch the show, the seasons. And I was like, oh, this is cool, ad free, blah, 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 it doesn't matter. But when I got my Amazon Fire Stick, what was really fucked up was if I was watching a YouTube video and I paused it for a bit and came back, it would auto play an ad. But then if there was already an ad built into the video I was watching, it would still play that ad. And it annoyed the shit out of me. And I just said, you know what? I'm getting YouTube Premium. And thank God I did, because I've never looked back. I love it. Dude, downloading videos is great for because I like to listen to podcasts and stuff when I'm driving, when I'm going to my brother's. It takes me an hour and some change to get there. Boom, download a podcast, listen to it as I'm driving. I listen to white noise to go to sleep to. It's great that you can put a video on and close your screen and the video will keep playing, because then I can just listen to white noise all night. It is genuinely such a great purchase. Honestly, it is such a good purchase. It's not even funny how useful it is. And yeah, and that's a purchase that is useful. But again, these streaming services, man, we're gonna get to a point to where Paramount is gonna join with Netflix, Disney's gonna join with Hulu, and fucking HBO Max is gonna fold and it's gonna go to Netflix. It's just the bubble's gonna burst. The bubble's already burst.
I spend the most time on YouTube because I watch a lot of sports shows, and fucking ESPN, Fox, and fucking NBC put their fucking full shows on clips for people to watch. And it's 6-7 hours of content a day. No, 4 or 5.
Dude,
per 5 hours of content.
Dude, I watch YouTube all the time. Where is it? I can yeah, here we go. Time watched. The last 7 days I watched 31 hours and 51 minutes of content on YouTube. It says my daily average is 4 hours and 33 minutes. And that's up 68% from last week. And you say that, you could be like, oh, you're really watching it. It's yeah, because you know how much shit is on there that I'm fascinated by? Your sports, I'm more movie pop culture stuff is what I'm watching on there. I'm watching movie shows and stuff. That's what I'm watching. Because there's just an endless supply of this stuff, and it's great.
What do you think? I think they tried it because during the pandemic, the demand was high.
For what?
And for streaming services, for content, because you were spending all
Oh
your
yeah,
time
yeah,
at home.
yeah, 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 dude. Streaming services. Well, because it was also because they couldn't release shit in theaters, so it was also a way to get these movies that they spent money on marketed. They were like, "Fuck it, if we make a streaming service, we could just send it that." Dude, HBO Max. Dude, one of the things that launched HBO Max was Wonder Woman 84 and the Snyder Cut. Like Wonder Woman 84 was one of the things that launched HBO Max, and that's because it was a movie that they could not release in theaters.
Have you watched the movie?
I actually have not. I was thinking about this at the library today. I was like, wow, yeah, I never got around to seeing Wonder Woman 84 because the pandemic had happened and I didn't have HBO Max. And I've just heard nothing but bad things about it. That it's just always been like, and I love the first one. I think is incredible. The first Wonder Woman movie, I think, is one of the best comic book movies made. But I just haven't gotten around to it, honestly. Which I should, because again, I'm the living embodiment of like, I have a whole show about watching movies that have bad reputations. But it still is like, even though I believe in that, it still is like, take some time to get around to them, because there's other stuff that you're more interested in that might have better reputations. But I'm sure I'll watch it at some point soon. But yeah, no, it's the pandemic is what made all these things happen. Paramount Plus, all that. Well, CBS All Access. And CBS All Access, it existed before the pandemic, but it wasn't really any. None of it's just all these things. Just again, the bubble's already burst. That's why all these mergers are happening. It's just because there's too much, and when you have too well, it's like, dude, you remember when there was, and it wasn't even really that long ago when you really think it in the parlance of what I'm about to say, there was a time when there was the cord cutting happened to where people were like, I can get content that I like and pay less than I'm paying for cable. But now, dude, to have access to all the streaming services, it's just as expensive as having cable. Like, you're not really saving money, and all these streaming services that, used to never have ads, like Disney Plus, are now creating ad-supported plans because they're like, fuck, we need people to sign up, and if we can make a cheaper option, maybe they'll sign up.
I think it's the industry realizing, well, the other studios, not Netflix, that their business model cannot support a theatrical release and a streaming service. Like, it's better for them to license their content than
to
them
someone
selling
else.
them
It's
themselves.
better to have Netflix and Hulu's, which are independent streaming services that are licensed movies and shows, than having yeah, exactly. It's no different than movie studios licensing their movies to airing on, TNT and FX and all these places. Like, it's no different, It gets their content out there and it makes them some money. It makes them advertiser dollars. It's just, again, I'm waiting for the day.
Netflix model works because it's only the streaming,
See,
and some
the
theatrical releases from there.
Netflix model worked. The problem is now is if all these other streaming services didn't exist, Netflix would have way more content. But there's content that Netflix just can't have because of this. I'm not even talking about like She-Hulk or something like that. I'm talking about like Disney's entire catalog. They can't have Angels in the Outfield from 1994 because that's on Disney Plus. Like that's affecting them too. It's because of that. It's because it's, you know.
I honestly think that as you say, merching, it has to come one of those like we mentioned the Apple TV Plus and Paramount thing. It has to come like a biggest company, like a Prime or an Apple. Like they have other revenue sources instead of
Yeah,
entertainment. You know, like
yeah. Instead
Apple's
of
main
just,
business setting, like they have to say to Disney, hey, let's merge the services. You keep producing content. We take a share. We're to a bundle with the iPhone like 3 months in, and people will still pay for it because
yeah.
I bet you pay a
Apple
lot of things that
is
you don't even watch.
Apple's primary business is in electronics development. Amazon's prime business is in online shopping and like shipping shit, you know. But they have streaming services that are also bringing in revenue, but that's not their primary existence. Warner Brothers, Disney, their entertainment studios, their primary thing is creating and distributing content. And you're right. Yeah, if they just merged with these places like they used to. All these studios used to work with Netflix and Hulu to get their content out there. But then they decided when the pandemic hit, they want to be Netflix and Hulu. Disney went ahead and I think they bought Hulu before. Yeah, no, they did because that's why you could get the bundle. You could get the Hulu Disney Plus bundle because they.
I think Hulu was owned by Disney, Comcast, and another company, certain percentage, and they just bought the whole company
Yeah,
from
but like
Comcast.
Peacock,
Or their show.
Peacock was Universal. It was. But that's what I'm saying is they were licensing their stuff out to Netflix, Hulu, and then decided they wanted to be Netflix and Hulu. And what they did was they just created a glutton of shit that just makes it hard. And that's also why, dude. That's also why there aren't even really, really popular shows, streaming shows. You can find thousands of people that have never watched them. Like, what would you consider to be in this past year a popular streaming show?
Squid Game.
Squid Game. Yeah, no, great example. I've never watched Squid Game. I have Netflix, but I've never watched. Like, there's tons. Cobra Kai is a successful show. Tons of people I know have never watched Cobra Kai. Jack Ryan ran for 4 seasons. I know tons of people that have never watched Jack Ryan.
Dude, it's because the studios used to be the one that tell you you're gonna watch this, and now the consumer's making the choice. Like, I want to watch this. You know,
it was here's what's on TV, and here's what's in movie theaters. But now I can now decide if I want to watch it or not. It's not. Well, I guess I'm not going to the movies this week. Oh, I guess I'm not watching TV tonight. It's you have access.
before you have 5 choices to watch at certain time at 5 p.m.
Yeah, no, you had
Now you have
500,000 different because that's not even including YouTube and Spotify and TikTok. That's not even including any of that stuff, which even adds more hours of content of other stuff.
Yeah, Pornhub, Brazers, YouPorn, shit like that.
But you know what I'm saying? It's just it's
yeah.
And these studios just don't get it. They just don't get it. And it's,
I think they're starting to get it.
No, they are. They are, which is why places like Paramount are looking into merging with Apple. And I think Disney is hoping that merging. I think, look, let's be honest. Disney is merging Hulu and Disney in a hope that Disney Plus actually becomes successful and profitable for them.
I don't remember who I heard this from. They said like Disney is a babysitting streaming service. Like you leave your kids and you put fucking, I don't know, what's a Disney cartoon? The Proud Family for them to
Yeah.
play on a loop, and they
Play Bluey.
fucking put more on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of changing the VHS, you're fucking just leave them with with the remote and hey,
Yeah. Yeah.
next episode.
Yeah. It'll just autoplay. I mean, yeah, it's
Yeah,
Disney.
like
I don't
I
really
think you
go to
watch
Disney Plus
the
a
most
ton.
the most watched shows on Disney Plus, and it's like the one you mentioned, Bluey, and
Hmm.
I don't know which other ones.
Yeah, but no, yeah, of course. I honestly don't watch Disney Plus a lot. Honestly, I don't watch a lot of the streaming services a lot. But again, like I said, the reason why I pay for them every month or yearly, because what is it? Apple TV is Disney is yearly, and Paramount is yearly. I think everything else I do monthly. But yeah. Oh, Prime is yearly, but it's just because I like having access to all this content. I like when there's a movie I want to watch, looking it up on Google and it says, "Oh, it's on Netflix. Oh, it's on Hulu," and I'm just able to watch it. Or a TV show that someone recommends to me, like Scrubs, great example. Was recommended it was on Hulu. I was able to watch it. Or like what is it? Hulu has Malcolm in the Middle. I watch that all the time. Disney has probably the thing I go to Disney the most for is The Simpsons because they have The Simpsons on there. Stuff like that. Netflix has Seinfeld. Like, there's I just like having access to the content. I would prefer if these streaming services gave you physical media options.
That's
Like again, Ted Lasso, I would love to be able to just own Ted Lasso. And what's messed up is Netflix releases Cobra Kai. They've released every season of Cobra Kai that has been produced for Netflix on DVD. Paramount Plus, a couple of months ago, I bought Tulsa King season 1 on DVD. Because I think they miss that, like, you release your stuff on DVD, okay? People who don't have your streaming service might pick it up and watch it and be like there's a guy at the bar that I work at
they
that I
missed
know.
that revenue line.
Yeah, no,
They missed that.
It's more
The
revenue.
money they made from physical media.
Dude, and also like
Yeah.
this guy I know at the bar I work at, it's my parents' bar. I've known him even before I worked there. I told him about Tulsa King, but he doesn't have Paramount Plus. But I told him, I was like, oh, I just got the first season on DVD. And he was like, oh, how much? I was like, oh, I think it was like $17. So I was like, oh, I'll go pick that up. And maybe if he picks up the DVD, watches it, he goes, oh, man, that's a really good show. So when season 2 comes out, he's going to pay for Paramount Plus to watch season 2 right away. It's a marketing thing. Like, what is it? On my Christmas list, I have Jack Ryan season 1 and Breacher season 1. Because I just would like the ability to own them. And also, let's be honest here, how many times have streaming services pulled movies and shows off of their service? And that's it. You just can't watch them anymore. Tons of times. Tons of times. Yeah. I think we should probably end the stream here because I gotta get up.
see a time?
I gotta get up and go to the gym tomorrow morning. So okay. I get up at 6. So
my guy is working out now.
You know, started,
I lost 3 inches of waist.
I started last week was my first full week at the gym.
What are you doing? What's the
so I started
what's the routine?
I'm not gonna do this on camera. I'll tell you off air. All right, everyone. Hope you enjoyed another episode of Simple Tricks and Nonsense. Goodbye.
We're gonna